Hey guys, this is gonna be a very random video. I don't even know what I'm gonna talk about. I just feel like I needed to talk to someone and sometimes I guess my best outlet is YouTube. Wow, that sounded so depressing. Whoa. Okay, I do have friends, but I really want to get some things out of my system. Not because like something happened, but it's just that like I've not been feeling great the last couple of days. And I can't really pinpoint what's the reason, but I haven't really like left my bean bag today, and I've just been like going through some old papers and like doing this huge decluttering. Although I should really be doing like things that would kind of push me forward and, you know, focus on things ahead instead of digging in the past and like, you know, going through old papers. Like, who cares about that? But I have this like bad habit of just, you know, collecting things and leaflets and writing down lists of books I want to read. Although I have like this huge, you know, bookshelf behind me full of books just above, but yeah, my camera is set now, so I'm not gonna move it. But yeah, I've just been, I don't know, feeling like overwhelmed. I don't know why. It's like I feel like anxious in my heart, and I don't know why. Like I just had like, I made some pork ribs in the oven. I ate, like, I have food in the fridge. I have, you know, a place that is really nice and clean, and I have so many books that I can read, but yet I'm sitting here feeling like anxious. I don't think I was very anxious yesterday, but today I feel like it's really taking a toll. And I've been like, not on Instagram, I'm like not even comparing my life to anyone, because sometimes, you know, you get this anxiety when you compare your life to someone. You're like, oh my gosh, you know, I have to get my things together. But I think it's just something deeper rooted deep down, and I should probably talk to my psychologist about this. And speaking of that, I haven't had a session in like a few months now, so I should probably call him. But yeah, I don't know, I just have this weird feeling in my chest that I'm like, I don't know, I want to talk and I want to share what's going on in my head. And I'm sorry, I hope I'm not looking like an Oompa Loompa. I put some tanning oil this morning, but other than that, I haven't had the willpower to like even go to the gym or like put on makeup. I'm like literally wearing a linen shirt that has a hole in it, and like I couldn't care less, and I love wearing it because it's just so, feels so comfortable. Yeah, I don't know, like I said, I haven't really left this bean bag other than to, you know, go to the washroom and to cook some food today. And I just want to say a few things, I guess, that I feel like anxious about. And I don't know if this is going to be relatable or if it's going to make any sense to anyone at all, but yeah, I have all these books that I want to read. And if you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that like last year, I think it was last year, no, actually maybe it was even the year before, I was like, oh, let's have a book club, guys, let's read a book like a month. And I couldn't like stick with it. Like I would just start a book and I'd be like, nah. And I don't understand why, but I bought like at least 100 books over my time in Dubai, and I want to read them. But now every time I start a book, I'm like, no. I just feel like I know what it's going to be about. So I've been like skipping through pages. I've been like, I feel like I know all the answers, and it's so stupid because like it might come across like, oh yeah, Mrs. Know-it-all, but I really truly feel like so many of the answers we seek on the outside and in other people and in other places are actually inside. And I read the book, like some self-help book or whatever, and I'm like, oh yeah, I know what it's gonna be about. And I don't know if it's the fact that like we have no more patience, and it's just this generational thing where we're like, okay, I give you 10 seconds to make your point come across, otherwise I'm gonna swipe. And I've gotten this feedback as well from like a few people, like in terms of my YouTube videos, like, oh, you could have said it so much faster, or like I don't know, the video could have been so much shorter. And I'm like, well, that's your fucking problem, it's not my problem. Like, this is my channel, I'm gonna speak however I want. And but I have the same thing that they're talking about. I have the very same thing when it comes to books and like even movies. And I don't understand how to control that. Like, I know it's all about being present and being mindful and appreciating the moment. And like, even now, like, I'll show you, I started this book today, right? It's called How Will You Measure Your Life? And instead of actually giving it a chance, I just went on Goodreads, I read the reviews, and I'm like, okay, cool, I know what the book is gonna be about, so I know how I'm gonna read it. I'm just gonna literally read the first like sentence of the paragraphs, and I'm gonna be done in like half an hour with this book, because I feel like I know what it is about. And instead of actually looking for ways how to measure my life, I should just go and fucking do it. Do you know what I mean? This is my attitude, and I don't know if I've just become this bitter person, or this is the mentality that all of us have now, because of this short span memory that we have. And I don't know, I really don't know. But like, I had this conversation with someone recently where they were like, yeah, I know what the TikTok is going to be about in like first 6 seconds, and then I just swipe up or would like scroll up, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I'm just saying, like, I don't have patience anymore. But I realized that, at least for me, the reason why I avoid doing all the things I want to do deep down, like long-term goals, is because there's some clutter. And this is something I wanted to talk about, is probably that's what's really bothering me deep down, is clutter. I feel like I have an excess of things, even though if you look around in my place, it'd probably be like, oh, this is like almost clinical clean. Not like as in I have OCD and I spray and tidy everything up, but like in terms of stuff, a lot of people would probably have a lot more in their homes, and this for them would be like a museum. But for me, I feel like I literally have 3 or 4 shampoos bought in advance, and I'm like, how many shampoos do you need? How many perfumes do you need? If you saw my makeup drawer, which is here, you'd be like, why do you need 4 mascaras? I mean, I don't know, I feel like I have so much clutter. And I've seen, for example, now one of my favorite YouTubers, Alana Arbucci, she moved to a new home that she bought, and I don't know, was it actually in her stories? No, maybe it was in her stories. She just showed that she received this PR package, and it was like makeup. So she was like, oh yeah, let me like show you guys my makeup or something, like very random story, I think it was, yeah, on Instagram. And she goes to like her bathroom and opens the drawer, and the makeup bag was like this big, and this is all the makeup that she had. And I'm like, why the hell do I have an entire drawer of makeup? It instantly made me feel bad that I have so much stuff, that I have this crazy abundance of things that I deep down hope is gonna compensate for something within. I don't know, am I making any sense? Like, I don't think I'm making any sense, but like, I feel like I have too much, and I've been like throwing away things today, not because like, oh, you know, there's something wrong with them, but like, oh yeah, let me just like finish whatever lotion, I just lathered myself up, throw away the bottle, because like getting rid of things makes me feel lighter inside. And I don't know if that's normal. I think there must be some term for that, because I mean, we have terms for everything now. Yeah, just kind of like was thinking a lot about decluttering and stuff. I even like wrote some notes. Let me see, where was it? Here I said, we are so used to convenience and abundance, and I wish someone could just marry condo my life. I hate running out of things, so I buy so many in advance, and then I feel overwhelmed that I have too much. I realize that it's not possible to read all the books, and I have to be selective. There's too many apps, too much time, and time is the cost you exchange for something. And those are not my words, this is actually something I read recently. I think it was Henry Thoreau who said it, and it's so true. Every app, every book, every interaction we have in our life costs you time. So at the end of the day, what are you willing to spend your time on? Because like, it's literally the most valuable currency, your time. I mean, you guys could disagree with me, I don't know, but like, I was thinking, because like, I'm sure you guys know I love making salads, and so I realized that I have been changing slightly, not too much, but slightly. So before, my mentality was like just buying more. When I was like in Emirates Cabin Crowd, just buy so many clothes for like, you know, next layover, next Instagram picture. And now I'm just all about like, you know, decluttering and kind of like almost minimalism. I know it sounds probably stupid since still I'm a content creator, and you know, I will still continue to work in a way where I will be, you know, collaborating with brands and whatnot, but I feel like deep down what makes me happy is actually just living a kind of intentional and minimal life, if that makes sense. And I was thinking about this spoon. It's a very stupid story, but it is true. Like, I've been thinking about the spoon that I didn't buy. I didn't buy a salad spoon, and every time now I make a salad, and as you guys know, I like to make salads a lot, I have to mix them with like 2 spoons that are small instead of 2 like huge salad spoons. But I'm like, yeah, I could go and buy it like today or tomorrow, the 2 big salad spoons, but it's all about convenience, right? And I'm like, should I buy that extra item in my kitchen, or should I just use normal 2 spoons and survive for 4 seconds of discomfort that it causes to me? And I don't know, I just have been thinking like it would be so much easier to just do it, right? But I'm like, no, I don't need more stuff if I can just get it done with the tools I already have. I don't know, I'm just very like in my head about so much, and I know that a lot of you are gonna be like, oh, but you should just go out and meet someone, you'll get distracted. But that's the thing, like the other day I kind of made plans to meet my friend, and then in the end she was like, oh, I'm drinking and whatever, like I don't know. I was like, oh yeah, cool, like, and I was calling my other friend abroad. We were on the phone, and I thought that I'm gonna go meet this other friend afterwards. I'd give her a call, she didn't respond, and I was like, shit, like, I mean, I get it, you're having a good time, but I just felt like so bad, because it's like, I wish you could just tell me like we're not meeting. Although maybe deep down I didn't even want to meet, I don't know. But I'm just saying, like, even this small little inconvenience, I was like, ooh, like it's such a big drama, like I'm just giving this situation so much energy when I should just not care at all. And I mean, it's been like 2 days and I don't really care, I guess, but I just get so in my head about everything that I literally had to take L-theanine today. I think I told you guys that I try to avoid taking like any supplements for like anxiety and stuff, because I feel like I've, you know, gotten the hang of it and can control it now, and I do most of the time. But like today, it's just, I'm just literally sitting and my chest is just heavy and I feel anxious inside, so I had to take it. Like I couldn't control it. Like normally in this situation I'd probably reach for a drink, probably, no, yeah, most likely. But what I did today, I was like, you know, I feel like a lot of us think, yeah, life is gonna be tomorrow, and then I don't know, when I graduate university, or when I get my dream job, or when I'm in my top physique or some shit like that. And I just decided, I was like, you know what, no, I don't want to reach for a drink when I'm stressed. So what I did, I just poured half a bottle of like whiskey that I had or something to the sink. I just did that. I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna be, because I felt the whole day like this, not as bad as I do now, but like I could just feel the whole day that it's just building up slowly in my head, and maybe I'm just spending too much time alone today or something, I don't know, or I really don't know what I'm saying here. But anyways, I just could feel like I'm gonna be anxious and I'm probably gonna reach for a drink in the evening, and I was like, nope, I don't want to do that. So I poured the drink and I had like matcha latte instead. And maybe this is the matcha that is making me like, you know, all like anxious, because it does have, I think, caffeine or whatever, like it's energizing. I'm not sure, but I do feel like tomorrow's gonna be a better day. I guess I've just been like too much in my head about getting things done and achieving things. And I mean, realistically speaking, now I cannot read all the books probably that I want to, because this, what I have is just probably like a quarter of the actual books that I want to read. I have like endless list of books that I still want to read, and it's insane. I think it would take me like a few lifetimes. Yeah, so I feel like what I'm trying to get to here is that if you feel the same way like me sometimes, or maybe in this current moment, my advice would be to declutter, because the more clutter you have physically around you, I feel like even more clutter you'll have inside. And I might not feel my 100% today, but I know tomorrow I'll be like, okay, I have less stuff around me, less distractions. Like I cleared my workspace here as well on the desk and stuff, and I'm like, I feel like at least I can give books like this or any books a better chance in terms of my concentration when there's less stuff around me. And that is all I guess I wanted to say. Declutter your life. You're gonna breathe easier. And I know there's a lot of people who are hoarding shit. Yes, I'm talking to you. And you know you clutter shit in your apartment or in your bedroom because you think it's gonna make you feel better, but the truth is not. We just have this consumerist culture that is brainwashing us and telling us we need more of everything, but it's not true. You need less stuff and you need more intentional stuff, and that is the goal that I have, is to promote things on this channel that are like, you know, mindful, not just like stupid stuff just to pay my bills. And speaking of that, I guess this is also another thing that I'm stressing about. Like, I have not been in a normal, when I say normal I mean full-time job, since May, so it's almost like a year. I mean, it's gonna be a year soon, and I've been living on my savings, and it's been a little stressful, I'm not gonna lie. If it was up to me, I'd just be literally a happy lady reading books and talking to the camera all day probably, but I don't know if that's feasible. I do know that YouTube makes me happy for sure. I do know that I want to continue vlogging and talking about life and whatnot, but I guess, you know, the reality is that I will probably have to get a job at some point, and I just want to find a job that is gonna make me happy. And this is actually something they talk about in this book. So if you are in a position, you know, where you're questioning your life and how to measure it or how to live it right, maybe you can, you know, read this book. Maybe it's gonna give you some answers. I personally know already that it's not gonna do much for me, but yeah, I guess that's all. And actually the reason why I wanted to film this vlog, even though I didn't... Did you just hear that? Like, my neighbors are so loud. Anyways, but the reason why I wanted to do this video is because I feel like we need less content that is like rainbows and sunshine all the time. I feel like we need all relatable content, and I'm sure there's many people out there that are feeling kind of maybe not the same way, but similar to how I'm feeling today, and it's okay. I feel like uploading consistently and hearing your feedback also on my videos makes me feel accountable to keep on uploading, because I know if I don't upload, people are gonna be like, oh, where did you go, we missed you. I get DMs and things like that. So I'm like, I want to be doing this because I know that in the long run I'm gonna be proud of myself and that it makes me happy, the process of it. But sometimes I just run out of ideas, I guess. And like, I went to all these, you know, amazing events last week and did a bunch of stuff, and I just didn't feel like vlogging. Like, I've done stuff. It's not like I've just been sitting for the entire week at home, obviously not, but it's, I don't know, it just didn't feel like it's something I want to talk about, because like I feel like it gets boring. But I also noticed that most of the times videos like this are the videos you guys enjoy the most. So, and tomorrow I think I was gonna have a photo shoot, but the photographer didn't text me, so I guess I'm gonna be spending another day at home. So yeah guys, let me know if any of you can relate to my situation of feeling overwhelmed out of the blue and just feeling like you just want to get rid of everything. Well, not everything, but a lot of things. Like I've spent like at least 8 hours yesterday just closing tabs, deleting things from my phone, like apps that I haven't opened for like 6 months, and I literally have so many pictures and screenshots on my phone. I'd rather like get a new iPhone honestly than go and delete all that stuff. But yeah, I just kind of want to have a blank page, or no, like an empty book, more like it, just to have clear mind. I promise you guys I'm okay. I guess I'm just venting now for the sake of venting, and yeah, I think I'm gonna come back with a more cheerful video next time. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.